The executive director of Carmichael Outreach says so far this winter, one man has died from exposure. He wasn't homeless, but he lacked the proper supports to maintain proper housing. Advocates say freezing to death is a risk those who live on the streets face daily in the winter. It's a tragic reality those on the front lines are familiar with. Kendra Giles is a supervisor of the Housing First program at Phoenix Residential Society.
Just from people sometimes passing out or outside in the cold weather, not knowing where it was, and just not being able to find their way back to somewhere safe. So we see a lot of individuals that are homeless, and that is always a fear when they walk out our door in winter. If they don't find a place to go, are we going to see them again?
Giles is among the people who gathered today to discuss the need to end homelessness. The YMCA and the City of Regina are spearheading a plan to come up with new solutions. Saskatchewan's Ministry of Justice cannot say how many people on the streets died from the cold, but in the past decade, 146 people in the province have died due to exposure. The deaths happened in both rural and urban areas. Either drugs or alcohol played a factor in more than 100 of the deaths. Regina's police chief says for those out in the cold, they become a last resort. Evan Bray says so far this winter, about a dozen people spent the night in police cells because they needed emergency shelter.
We provide night shelter. In fact, I just saw it in the watch log the other day that we provided some night shelter for two gentlemen that knocked on our door and essentially said, "It's too cold out here, we need a place to stay." We lose people. We have people in our community that die as a result of cold weather and that they don't have a home to go to. That's a problem.
Support workers say creating more shelters isn't the solution to saving lives. They want more places for people to go, where they can live and deal with mental health and addictions issues. Stephanie Taylor, CBC News, Regina.